This is the VERYMODEL 128 gigabyte digital voice recorder. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the instruction booklet. Here is the cable, USB to USB-C. They give you a pair of headphones over here. Just little earbuds. Has a USB-C connector. And there are some buttons on here for playback control, if you'd like that. And they give you a nice little lanyard or lariat. Here's the unit itself. Plain, nondescript. It also is magnetic, so it will stick to ferrous surfaces. There is also a USB-C port cable that pops out right there, as you see, and that can plug into any computer or laptop or phone that has a USB-C connector. This is then seen simply as a USB flash device of that nature. That snaps in there. If you don't have a USB-C connection, then you can use the included cable, USB-A to C, and there is the port right over there. Very simple operation. On and off. That's it. That's all you get, and that's all you need. You turn it on, give it a couple of seconds, it'll start recording. When you turn it off, in a couple of seconds it'll save the file, finish everything, finish all the file operations, and shut down for you. That's really all there is to it. You turn it on and it records, you turn it off and it stops. This is going to be great for lectures, meetings, conferences, anything quite like that. It has DSP noise reduction. It has an OTG or on-the-go data cable, which I showed you before, that pops out of it. This works with a computer or phone, as we had discussed. Really anything that supports a USB flash drive, it will work with without any problem. The battery can power the unit for up to 45 hours of recording and recharges in only 2 hours. This has 128 gigabytes of storage space on it, which can record up to 1,200 hours of recording. This is 1,536 kilobit per second maximum bit rate on there that can be changed. There is a 7-level adjustable Vox function. That means that if I'm talking here and now I pause, it won't record that pause. When it hears sound again, then it'll pick up and continue recording, provided of course the switch is left on. And you can adjust the levels of that to higher or lower sensitivity so it knows when to record and when not to, like that. That really is all there is to it. It's a very simple device. The files that it creates on here are MP3 files. It claims to also be able to play WAV files on there. There is also nothing stopping you from hooking this up and copying music to it and then playing it back through the included headphones. When you turn the unit on, you get a red light. Now watch the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your battery meter. With 4 flashes like that, it means it's between 76 and 100%. If it gave you 2 flashes, then you'd be low, 3 flashes lower, lower, lower. So it's basically 25, 50, 75, and 100% battery life as such, like that. And right now it's turned on and it is recording, and that really is all there is to it, like that. When you turn it off, you got a red light. That means it's saving it, and that's it. So now we're going to do a recording test. I'm going to do 2 of them for you. We're going to set it down here. We're going to turn it on. wait for it to start recording, and then I'll do a test recording. I'll play that back. Then I'm going to walk away, about 10-15 feet. We'll do another recording with it, and I'll play that back. So we'll turn it on. This is a test recording using the VERYMODEL 128 gigabyte digital voice recorder. Turn it off and save it, and now we'll play that back. This is a test recording using the VERYMODEL 128 gigabyte digital voice recorder. So now we're going to do another recording. This time I'm going to step away. The microphone is there, but I'm going to leave it in the same orientation it was in. And now I'm going to walk away, and I'll leave it recording and include this in there. I'm now standing approximately 10 to 15 feet away, testing the VERYMODEL 128 gigabyte digital voice recorder. And it's saved, and there we go. So I'm going to play that back now for you. And now I'm going to walk away, and I'll leave it recording and include this in there. I'm now standing approximately 10 to 15 feet away, testing the VERYMODEL 128 gigabyte digital voice recorder. Now on this unit is already a file called RecSet, and that basically is a parameter file that includes all of the settings. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that, put that up on screen, and I'll voice over what everything does. Okay, this file has 4 lines. The first line is bit, and there's colon and 6. And beyond that, it leaves a comment and says what everything is. So it's currently set to setting 6. If you look across, that's 512 kilobits per second, which was shown in the on-screen chyron before when the samples were played back. You can adjust that to setting 1, which would be 32 kilobits per second, 64 kilobits per second, 128, 192, 384, 512, 768, 1024, and 1536. It also says that 1 to 3 is MP3 and 4 to 9 is WAVE. So, like also was shown in the on-screen chyron before, the file was recorded in a WAVE format because it was set to 512 kilobits per second, which is between the range of 4 to 9. In the higher bitrate settings, WAVE files take up more space than MP3 files do, but give you better quality, so you can adjust that quality therein for whatever will suit you the best. The next line is the gain. It's currently set to 4, and it says it's the recording sensitivity 1 to 7. The greater the number, the greater the recording sound. The sound, quite honestly, I thought was maybe just a tad quiet, so I might try bumping that to 5 or even 6, and then as a last resort going to 7. That would of course mean more of a, or rather a larger noise floor, more ambient noise, but you will also be able to hear the speaker much more clearly. Third line is part. It's currently set to 60, and it says it's recording segmentation. That doesn't explain much, so I'll explain it here. Basically, if you turn the unit on and it's set to 60 where it is now, and you leave it recording for 60 minutes, after that time it will save that file automatically and then create a new one and continue recording until you shut the unit off. So you can segment everything out by setting that to maybe 10, and that way each file that's recorded will be 10 minutes in length if you're going beyond that time frame. And then of course when you shut it off, the last file will be the remainder of the entire recording. So it will segment it out as 10-minute files like that, and you can set it between 10 and 240 points. And the last one is VOR. That's the voice control setting, like I explained with the pause before. It says the larger the number, the more sensitive it is. So if you set it to 7, for example, that means that it's going to be very sensitive to pauses like that. If you set it to 0, that function is turned off and it does not pause at all in between. So once again, this was the VERYMODEL 128 gigabyte digital voice recorder. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.